Hey everyone, it's Madison Gesiotto coming to you once again with the good news. We continue to see stories of hope, stories of positivity, stories of communities coming together that aren't being featured on our mainstream media. So I'm back, as always, to share some of my favorite good news stories of the week with you. Starting in Tennessee. One Tennessee resident decided he wanted to show his support for the men and women in blue. He brought together community leaders, business leaders to plan the Walk for the Blue. It's going to take place this weekend. They're going to walk 3 miles, being inclusive of everybody, having people on one side of the road who decide to wear masks, people on the other side of the road who don't. And they're finishing the walk by stopping by and giving gift cards to the men and women in blue, the members of law enforcement who work very hard each and every day to protect members of their communities. So this is a wonderful idea and a great story of a community coming together to support our law enforcement. And when we talk about Tennessee, there's a great story out right now about a man who was reunited with his dog after 200 days. It's really quite incredible. His dog Blue went missing earlier this year. He searched diligently trying to find him. Wasn't able to. Ended up moving to Texas for work, only to be reunited with his dog. He received a message from a friend back in Tennessee saying, hey, I think this is your dog, at a shelter. He drove 1,200 miles to see Blue. They were reunited and are living happily ever after in their new home in Texas. And one of the most incredible stories of the year. We've talked about many of the operations that have happened across the country when it comes to saving missing children, saving victims of human trafficking. And one of those was right here in my home state of Ohio, where they now recovered many victims. They saved these children. 179 have been arrested in Ohio's Operation Autumn Hope. 45 missing children recovered, and a total of 109 victims of human trafficking saved as a result of that operation. We're seeing these operations happening across the country, here in Ohio, in the state of Georgia, in Indiana, and for the first time, I feel like we're really seeing a greater focus on the human trafficking issue, something we haven't seen for many years as a state that's been greatly affected by it. I know Ohio residents are very appreciative, so we'll keep track of these great stories and so many more. And as always, if you're hearing stories of good news that aren't being featured in the mainstream media, be sure to share them with us so that we can share them with all of our viewers. And we'll be back soon with more good news.